Hey folks, Keric here and welcome back to more Darksiders. In this episode we're going to be clearing all of the outstanding items before moving on to the next part of the Black Tower. Do bear in mind I filmed this in bits and pieces over about 2 weeks, so some of the clips aren't in the order I actually played them in, but I've edited them into the most sensible order. But it does mean that sometimes you'll see stuff in the shops that I've already bought, or the tally for souls and things won't actually match up, so just ignore the numbers for now. Basically just use this as a guide for finding the items before we move on. And first thing first, in Scalding Gallow, just behind where the Vulgrim location is, climb up the wall and you'll be able to grab yourself a Wrath Shard. And once you leave Vulgrim's location, take a quick right down this section. This is one of the harder to find ones. No, wrong section. Just make your way down the ramp. And take a left here instead of carrying on to the big fan. As you can see on the roof, there's a portal device. So we'll need to activate that. Yeah, we'll need to be a bit further away, I guess. There we go. And now that's activated, we can make our way through and onto the fan. You'll want to activate your Abyssal chain before going on. There we go. And if you keep an eye down below, you'll notice that under the control room there's quite a big gap in the wall. Control room being the bit coming up ahead with the window. So basically what you want to do is very quickly jump down here, open up your wings and grab that thing pretty quickly. And once you're done you can make your way up and around and grab this champion artifact. No point jumping down. What you actually want to do is use this second portal surface, I guess. And as you can see, the last one's still active. Can't quite reach it from there, but if we go up using this, we should make our way through. And that'll give us access to another Wrath Shard. And you should be able to just climb back out again and make your way around to Drowned Pass. Okay, so in Drowned Pass, first thing you want to do is throw yourself in the water. We'll be doing this several times. And if you head towards kind of northwest of the area, in terms of the map, you'll find this little ramp area. And if you make your way up, there's some blue crystals. Eventually. Oh. Need to equip the gloves. Come on. There we go. And once they're down, we have access to another Wrath Shard. Can of course break the crystals down at the back to get back into the main section again. And once you're done, head back over towards where Vulgrim is and you'll be able to use your Abyssal Chain to swing over and pick up this. Another Lifestone shard. Sticking with the Drowned Pass. Straight underneath the Vulgrim location. Kind of middle of the map. If you head north again and this time head east and down a little bit, you'll find this area. So if you swim through this tunnel and back up the ramp again, keeping an eye out on the right hand side, you'll see this chest which contains an Abyssal Armor piece. And And again, Drowned Pass, this time towards the south of the map, kind of southwest, just above where we made our way through past the Earth Guardian. You'll find this ramp, and there's one of those pingy blocks, so if you hit the crystal in front of it with your blades, you can make your way across, grab a chest, and get another Lifestone shard. Quite a lot of health to repair there. Again, Drowned Pass, this time just keep swimming north. And go under this waterfall. As you make your way around the corner, should be a soldier artifact, there we go. And while I'm here, I'm going to buy the Wrath Shard from Vulgrim. This might appear later on. I'm leaving the Wicked K footage towards the end of the video, so don't think there's anything else I really want, we'll leave it there. And through to Anvil's Ford. And make your way through these doors. Pretty much trying to make your way across to where you and Ulthian fought all the pigeons earlier on. You might remember there was a grappling post over there. Nothing really of importance here, unfortunately. Would be nice if there were loads of chests, but hey. And that is the way into the hollow. There's a Griever's lair, basically. But we don't want to go there just yet. If we make our way towards the end of this path, you can jump down there actually. I wasn't thinking too clearly whenever I did this. Towards the end here there is a grappling post, but first of all we're going to have another encounter with Wicked K. This is the second of 4.
Well played, old friend.
Go. On the first 2 times you fight him, he's noticeably easier. He also gives you less skulls, 1,000 each time. So worth doing, considering we're going to have to buy a Wrath Core for 10,000. Still does quite a bit of damage though, so do be careful of him. Hit him a couple of times and then dodge. It's fairly easy. Oh, that was stupid.
On guard, horsemen.
And there we go, into his hat it goes, and it gives me a load of souls. While we're here, we can just use this a bit. Oh shit. Yeah, while we're here, we can use the Abyssal Chain to swing across eventually. And grab the chest on the other side for another Wrath Core piece, for another Wrath Shard. And on the way into the hollow, one of the first rooms contains these blue crystals, which I can now get rid of. One of the ones I missed earlier on. And just on the left here there's another Wrath Shard to add to the growing collection. And inside the hollow itself, you might remember the area where we dropped the great big stalactite down to drain out a lot of the water beneath. Anyway, if we jump in here and make our way back through this room with what look like pumps, we'll eventually come to this room with the strip of water in the middle. What you want to do is jump in the water, and there are exits either side. You want to go in the one with the ivy or moss or whatever the hell that is, and swim up. It'll give us access to another champion artifact. And still in the hollow, in the room that filled up level by level. I think we had to fill it about 3 times. I forgot to pick up the chest at the very end. So we'll do that now while we're here. Make our way up. And straight across, there we go. Should be another Wrath shard. This time, in the section between Dry Road and the Ashlands, you might remember these 3 buggers. And up above us is a grapple point, which we can use. Make our way over here. Oh. And pick up another Wrath shard. And further into the hollow, you'll find this chest with the Abyssal Armor piece in it. Kind of hard to explain where it is. I'll flash up the map. It's on this large section. Anyway, onto Iron Canopy. And as you come in, what you want to do is grab hold of this and make your way up. Oh, shit. Didn't mean to do that. Grab hold of it again. What we want to do is land on that middle floor, which was never accessible. And there are 2 items here we want. First of all, chest full of souls, always useful. And if we make our way around, there's also an artifact hiding behind this. I think it's just a soldier, yep. Bringing us close to being finished. Again, an Iron Canopy. That's the second room with those larger spiders. There's an exit off, grappling hook, and another champion artifact to be had. You might remember it's above this section. We had to move the bomb up on the left. And I'm sure you remember this one. It's with the creepy spider underneath. The kind of glass floor. What you want to do is make the thing drop this. And then whenever he grabs it, back up again. Just jump off and make your way up onto this walkway. And you'll be able to make your way around and gain access to another Wrath shard. Kind of ignore the counters, as I said before. We'll do a check at the very end. Quite near the start, after the first bridge that breaks down, there is this alleyway, and on the left hand side there are a couple of these areas which you can break. Behind the first one is this Wrath shard, which we'll grab. This time back in Iron Canopy. Just after the Broodmother room. You're wanting to make your way through a couple of sections and come to that point with a lot of grappling posts and floaty bits, basically. Make your way up through the pipe. Jump up to the left. And we should pretty much be there. Yeah. Quite a lot of stuff to do. But basically what you want to do is jump out, float up, turn around and come back the way you came. and you'll be able to pick up another legendary item. War's Glory in this case, which once we've got the sword leveled up will be very handy. And you might remember this section, the first Chronomancer device before you get to the Ashlands, I should say. What you want to do is put one of the portal devices on the door, the back side of it. And we'll just make our way through quickly. And we want the second device, second portal, sorry, in the room with the Chronomancer device. So then all we need to do is activate the switch, run over towards the portal, and what we want to do is jump through whenever the gate's at its highest point. There we go. As you can see, there's a chest in here. Contains another one of the legendary enhancements, this time Death's Blessing. It's got some rather nice bonuses on it, so it's worth having. There are a couple of items hidden away in serpent locations, as you can tell. This one going to Dry Road, I think. And basically if you turn round, there's another section of path. And another Wrath Shard to be had. This time going to Anvil's Forge. And if you follow this curved section round, nothing behind us this time. You will need the Abyssal Chain for this part. Once I've done sightseeing. So yeah, follow the curved road around. And as you can see on the left hand side coming up, there are some posts we can grab hold of. They're spaced a little bit wider than they normally are, so this isn't exactly straightforward. Yeah. So I died. I'll do it properly this time, grab hold of it. And you should be able to jump and grapple your way across now. And there we go. Pick up this final Wrath Shard. Right, in Choking Grounds, you might remember the 3 tombs over to the right hand side. If you go back down the middle one, you'll meet this little guy.
Gonna be sorry, but I'll have to kill you now.
The fight's harder this time, so do stay the hell away from him. Thankfully you get double the amount of souls, which is going to come in handy buying that Wrath Core from Vulgrim for 10,000. This little guy's supposed to be a piss take of the British contingent in THQ's workforce. Not quite sure to see it myself considering the amount of French he speaks. I suppose top hat and key and references to royalty. I was going to say it's a bit stereotypical, but hey. And we just keep pounding on him. Keep avoiding his attacks and shouldn't take too long till he's down. And 2,000 souls are yours for the taking. And this time back to Drowned Pass. What I'm going to do is pick up an ability from Vulgrim. I'm going to grab Affliction actually. It's pretty useful on this guy. Could have used it in the last fight to be honest, but I didn't really think about it. Nothing else I'm really bothered about for now. So once I'm done, just jump off into the water and swim south. And what we want to do is make our way up this ramp. We'll do this into another fight with Wicked K this time. Oh shit. Had to be flipping mobs there as well. Try and take them down quickly. They're not really a problem. He is, because he does a shitload of damage. To use my first healing item of the game. Alright, there's one down. And two, fine, we can concentrate on him. Again, just kick the crap out of him, basically. I forgot to set up Affliction, didn't I? Yup. Okay, where we put it? We'll have it on A, I think. And there we go. Pretty cool looking effect. Does some damage over time to him. Should help a little bit. Like mainly he does those combo attacks, which are the worst. The other ones don't seem to be too bad. Certainly try and avoid those combos. The only problem with using Affliction is sometimes it can set off his see, once it hits him, it actually sets off his combo again. Which isn't ideal if you're in close. You can kind of get cornered with it a little bit. Down, 40 hit combo too.
I shall throttle you about the face and ears.
I shall smite you with my sword. Just keep chipping away at him, really. Not much else you can do. You really can't go toe to toe with him. That combo will pretty much take off a full health bar.
Prepare for a right royal thrashing. Prepare for a right royal thrashing.
Shouldn't be too much longer. There we go. So that's all 4 times. And finally we have enough money, if Vulgrim will ever appear. We can pick up that Wrath Core. All of which pretty much leads us up to the perfect point to make another attempt at the Black Throne. So, before we jump into the portal, let's have a quick recap. Okay, so we currently have 8 out of 10 Abyssal Armor, no Lifestone shards, 2 Wrath shards, and we've got 8 Health Skulls and 9 Wrath bars. None of the rest of those we can pick up just yet, so we'll not worry about those. Moving along, and one more item to pick up. I'm not too worried about the Wrath abilities. Currently have all the passives as well. Pretty cool. Got 3 out of 4 legendary enhancements, and we've got all 8 of the normal enhancements. And we're also missing 1 champion and 2 soldier artifacts, which will appear later in the game. Can't get those yet, so I'm not going to worry about it. The final legendary we can't get to either. We've pretty much got everything we can up until this point, which is a good point to be at. So in the next video, we're going to be jumping in here and making our way over to the Black Throne. And continuing with the story. Yay! I've been Keric the Pally, this has been Darksiders. You have a good evening.